Greetings everyone, and welcome to another um, traditional draft of Crimson WoW. So now Arena Open is over, my November rank climb, ladder climb grind is over, so we are back to normal set of drafts, nothing else as a stake, as just having fun here, and still completing the set. And that said, I have a mythic rare here, which is a nice pack one, pick one, because it's also the card you would be picking here anyway. No matter if it's a mythic rare you need for your collection or not, this is just a bum. It is kind of a bum. If you have a lot of non-creatures, this is gonna be a really strong. Other than that, a 4-mana 4/4 flyer is not like a crazy bum, but it's of course an extremely efficient creature. So you would play even if this had no. I mean, if it just was a flyer for 4. With those stats, you would first pick this, I think, anyway. But of course, you can really get some nice value out of non-creature spells. But now, obviously, I will continue picking mythic rares. I think I passed at least 3 mythic rares in the Arena Open drafts overall, maybe even more, but I think I remember passing 3. So that won't be happening now. I will be focusing on completing the set now, which means, redrafting mythics whenever possible. Alright, so didn't the previous pack have a Restless Bloodseeker? Would be very fun to start a draft with 2 of these guys. Here I have the options to stay red and take the Flame Breather. I mean, this is also working very nicely in the non-creature spell deck, the blue-red deck. But if I want to go there, there's a Lunar Rejection, which is really good. And the black cards in here are good. I mean, a bunch of these black cards are playable. So this is an interesting pack where there's not a clear, obvious second pick. I could stay on color and try to go for the archetype, or I could take this one of these quite nice. I mean, I think it's between the Lunar Rejection and the Keswick Flame Breather. And I really like the Rejection, so I think I'll take it. I like it. Oh, Ballista Watcher here. I'm gonna take that pretty surely. I mean, this is now a bunch of 4-mana cards because, of course, against some archetypes, the Lunar Rejection just will be a 4-mana card. Still, I mean, this is such a good uncommon. It's a clear. I think it's easily better than the 6-mana flyer here. So I will take the Ballista Watcher here. There's not really that's not a tough decision to me at all. Okay, there's a Biolume Egg. Now, if you did watch my Arena Open Day 2, I got some Biolume Egg action going on. My deck had actually 2 of those. It was pretty sweet. But now it is at its best in a blue-black deck, of course. Red doesn't really have ways to sacrifice things, so probably I would be taking the Thirst for Discovery if I take a blue card. Is that going to be it? Yeah, it's good with Mana Form Hellkite. I think it's easily the pick here. So I will try to be blue-red here. Hopefully it's sufficiently open now. Okay, well, I see blue and red cards. That's a good sign. Not that amazing ones. The Markov Retribution. I think this is good if you are black-red, but in a deck that is only half red, you won't be having that many vampires, and this without having a vampire around is not a good card. The creatures you control get +1/+0 is definitely not worth a card. Ceremonial Knife is also an interesting option here. I could take the Retrieval. I have good late games, I have the card draw. I think I take the Retrieval just to buy some time against some aggressive decks maybe. Now the expensive cards are maybe not what I need here, and I don't like the red strongs. The 2/1 stat line is just not good enough for me. Okay, now I have an interesting choice. I would like to have the Evolving Wilds, but I need my first 2-mana creature, so I take the Blood Petal Celebrant. I think it's a rather easy pick here, in fact. And here, well, there's... Oh, okay. Now, I don't think the Repository Scarb is the thing I need, because I won't have that many, good sacrifice fodder, but there's a Reckless Impulse and the Ancestral Anger. I mean, it would be fun to go with the Angers in this, in this blue-red archetype. It's also very good with Keswick Flame Breathers. Hopefully I get one back. If I get that back, I would be super happy. But I think the Reckless Impulse is still the better one. I know I have a Thirst for Discovery already, but I think I can play this thing still here. Okay, I get this Flame Breather. I'm very happy. This is not the one I saw. This is pick 8, so this is the last pack I haven't seen in this pack 1 yet. So I'll take this, obviously. It's what I need here. And I think the second pack has the Flame Breather, if it has it. I mean, that's the spot where it was. Alright, so Siphon Essence, Blood Hypnotist. I don't think I like to have this card in this deck, which, you know, the can't block is a really serious drawback, and this deck doesn't look to be attacking fast. I'll take the Siphon Essence. I will put it to the main deck for now, but it can easily be cut here too. Alright, so the Lightning Wolf and the Alchemist Retrieval here. I have a bunch of 4-drops here, so I think I don't care about the Wolf in this deck, so I'll take the Retrieval. Not necessarily going to main deck 2 of them, but I think it's better to have a second one in sideboard, because I don't really think the Lightning Wolf is the card I want to have in this deck. Now, yeah, the Flame Breather didn't come back, but it is pretty good one for this archetype, so I can see why people picked there. Okay, well, blue and red is open based on this. I think I'll take the Skywap Scarp now. I can easily take like one of them. Sure Strike is not necessarily the card I want to have in this deck. Blood Servitor, I don't think that's a 3-drop I want to have. I mean, this is best of 3, so who knows, maybe Lantern of the Lost will be, you know, sideboarded in against some weird deck. It's pretty unlikely though. Okay, well, a third card draw spell. I'm gonna take the rare here. There's also a 4. I mean, I could also take the Scattered Thoughts, but I think I like the Inspired Idea slightly more here. I haven't also played with this thing. I want to just play this and see in practice how good this is gonna be. Because sometimes you can play the 3-mana version, and drawing 3 without getting punished in any way. And drawing 3 with 3 mana is really good, even though it's a sorcery. The red card is not worth it. Fear of Death, Syncopate. I guess I could play those stuff, but I want to try this rare. It's possible the Scattered Thoughts is a better one, but oh well. Alright, so yeah, I took a Rich Wolf not because it's a particularly good card in this deck, but I needed some 2-drops, and now when I have these, I'm of course incentivized to pick more wolves and werewolves, so definitely taking this. This is not a Honeymoon Hearse deck. I had one draft where I had 2 of these hearses, and they did really good job because I had 1-drops and that kind of stuff. This can be a good card, but usually it's almost unplayable, and in this case it is. So let's just take the Rich Wolf. Okay, I have Mana Fixing. These are really good. This is better than Evolving Wilds. I'm very incentivized to pick the card. There's also good other options. Well, I think it's mostly between the Flame Breather and the Voltaic Visionary here. But I don't like taking 2 damage from this thing and then having a thing that can't block when this is going to be a deck that maybe is more of late game focused. So I think even though the Flame Breather is quite good, this is just such a great mana fixing. I don't pick this because it's a rare. I rare draft Mythic rares, not regular rares. Regular rares will be completed easily before Mythic. So, but this is such a good card. It's free mana fixing, doesn't take a deck slot. I will take this because this is just an absolute increase in deck quality. Alright, so here, wow. I mean, this is so many good options here. I'm definitely in the right colors, but also someone is gonna get a rather late Dormant Grove, which I consider a really good card. But the Celebrant is such a good 5-drop, I might even take it over the Frenzied Devils. I don't have, well, I have a lot of non-creatures actually, I was wrong about that, but Celebrant is Celebrant. Also the Fearful Villager wouldn't be bad, I don't have any 3-mana. Actually, I'm taking it. I need some 3-mana creatures, and I have a couple of Rich Wolves, which, you know, synergize with this thing. So even though these are great 5-drops for this deck I'm going on, but I think my mana curve requires me to pick a 3-mana creature here. Yeah, I think that is the correct choice. And someone is gonna get a Valorous Stance and a Cicada's Imprisonment. Child of the Pack going late. Interesting. So I could take a Pious Bone, or I could take a Syncopate. I already have a Siphon Essence, but I guess I like the Syncopate slightly more. Do I need the 6-drop? I just don't like the counter spells in that much in general, so I'll take the Pious Bone. If I play a counter spell, I have the Siphon Essence here. Alright, I can take a Cruel Witness here. Was away, also not something I am too interested in here. It's a double caster even. Okay, let's take the Cruel Witness. Another Cruel Witness or something like a Weary Prisoner. Now this is the kind of deck where the 2/6 defender for 4 is actually not bad, because I'm I have all the card draw and that kind of stuff that will make that good. Will make this a good late game deck, and I can have this big wall here, which at some point will be able to attack for 6. But I think I still like the Cruel Witness slightly more. I'll take the flyer here. More counter spells on a 3-drop I don't care about. Again, inability to block ground guys is a big drawback in this deck. Geistlight Snare. I won't have spirits or enchantments really. I don't have either of, so this is just a bad counter spell. Guess I'll take the snare. I take this thing in case I want to have, if someone has a lot of flyers, who knows, maybe I will actually sideboard this in to deal with their flyers. It's a possibility. Now here it's gonna be a Fear of Death. Okay, maybe, well, I'm not playing the hearse, so let's take the knife here. Okay, Flame Breather came. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Another one of these, but I think I'll put it, well, maybe I'll put everything to main deck now. Not the Wanderlight Spirit. I'm sure I won't be playing that, but I will put, I mean, already I'm at 23 now. I will be cutting some cards. Compact 3, but there are some cards I really just will be cutting, like maybe second Fear of Death will be easily cut, and you know, Weary Prisoner might be cut. I have so many 4-drops, but yeah, let's keep them there. Okay, I have a great Rending Flame, but this is just this with the disturb option is just going to win you the game, right? Yeah, this is a bummer. It's a bummer. I have to pick this over the great removal spell. I'm sad to pass it because I don't have any upgrades, not even the 1 mana deal 2 damage spells. The lack of removal is the problem in this deck, but I'm still gonna have to take the rare here because it's such a strong one. Alright, Ballista Watcher. Okay, now this is a tough one because I also would want to have the Flame Blessed Bolt here, but this thing is really strong. I mean, I can just cut the Weary Prisoner. I can cut like one of the Cruel Witnesses with the amount of 4-drops I have. But this 1 mana removal spell would be really important in this deck too. It's gonna be a tough choice here, I think. This is just so powerful. It's just too powerful. I think I'm gonna take this. I might miss the Flame Blessed Bolt, but this is such a nice 4-drop. Okay, Chill of the Grave probably is my pick here, buying some time, drawing cards. The deck doesn't need the Screaming Swarm. I have enough good late game stuff going on in here that I just need something to play early. This Chill of the Grave is a completely acceptable play on turn 3 to buy some time. I have no really 3 mana plays that affect the board really. This at least stalls the opponent's potential attack. So I'll take the Chill of the Grave. And there's another Lunar Rejection, but there's just a 3-drop, which I'm happy to play. I think this deck prefers there's not a lot of things to sacrifice for this thing, so I'll take the Belligerent Quest here. Normally the Rejection would be more interesting, but now I need something just to play on turn 3, to trade with something, or maybe even pressure the opponent at some point. Alright, so I have 2 of these Fear of Death. I won't be playing a 3rd one. I can just take another Belligerent Quest here. Nothing wrong with that. And here we are gonna go to the sideboard stuff now because I don't need to main deck any of these, but I could see wanting to sideboard in something like a Dreadlight Monstrosity in some matchups, so I think that is the most likely one to be played. I will put it to the sideboard because I will definitely play the Pious Spawn over that, and I won't be playing 2 6-drops in this deck. And now, if I really want to sideboard in Wanderlight Spirits, I can do it. And in that case, I might as well want to sideboard 2 of them, so I'll take these for the sideboard too. Again, a thing that can't block, not really what I'm looking for. There is a Lantern Bearer, which is going to be fine enough. Yeah, I'm gonna play this most likely. Yeah, can't block, not interested in that. There's another Chill of the Grave. Again, this is not a Sure Strike deck, so I'm not taking that. I'll take the Chill here, but of course with the number of cuts I have to make, don't know how many of each of the cards I'm going to able to put to the deck. But okay, Repository Scab. I don't have any upgrades, so I mean this doesn't really have a lot of things to return, and I have so many good 4-drops. I'll just take another chill, but I don't think I can play that many of them. Alright, well this is also a good sideboard card. I don't care about the Flying Wolf. Now the end of the festivities could be also a sideboard card, but I think this is more impactful. I don't think I'm gonna main deck it though. Alright, well there's another 3-drop, if I care about it. I'm not gonna play the competence. Let's take the third Fear of Death. I mean, my colors were open, but where were the upgrades? And I saw the one of the, I took the Ballista Watcher over the 1 mana shock variant. So, but I really just don't have. And then, of course, I took the. I also saw the 3 mana uncommon that deals 5 to a creature, but I had to take the Mirror Hall Mimic over it because this is a game-winning card if the opponent can't deal with it. Mostly, the disturb side of this, not the clone, but although the clone is good too, but the disturb thing, which well, you can read what the card does. Pretty good stuff. Okay, so Screaming Swarm. I think I just want, if I play a 6-drop, I'd prefer the 6/4 here. Because I don't think I have trouble winning here with this deck. Double Ballista Watcher, Mana Form, Hellkite, the Mirror Hall Mimic. I have ways to, put some kind of a big threat on the battlefield that will allow me to win. I don't need a 6 mana 4/4 flyer. I prefer my 6/4 to be able to maybe get a 2/1. I mean, my 6-drop to get maybe a 2/1 and deal with something like the green 6/6 Spirit Wolf common, for instance. So I'm gonna prefer to put this on the have this remain on the sideboard, and then number of cuts I'm gonna make here is going to be Weird Prisoner. I think one of the Cruel Witnesses, but only one. Maybe I can play these 4 mana spells, and then 1 Fear of Death. This is also a 4 mana card often, so I'll put that there. How many 2-drops I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a lot, but I mean I mostly picked everything I got there. I mean, yeah, I would have picked more 2-drops if I just had them passed to my direction. And now I'm happy about the Fearful Villager too. A defensive 3-drop that can, the problem with these 3/2s for 3 is that they can't, I mean, they can trade with 2-drops, but it's kind of, not good for your tempo. But this can at least make the opponent unable to attack with their 2-drops if they have only 2 power, which they usually will have. So you don't have to trade your 3-drop with them, with the 2-drops they have. So I like the 2/3 more here, maybe in this deck. And then I don't have room for the Siphon Essence. I won't be having room for all the Chill of the Graves here. I think I'm gonna have one Lantern, Alchemist's Retrieval here only. And then I have 3 card draw spells: the Reckless Impulse, Inspired Idea, and the Thirst for Discovery. I'll be playing all of those. Or maybe not. I mean, I want to try. I think the Inspired Idea might be the least impressive card here. But I want to try this thing. But I also like the Reckless Impulse. But this is 3 cards I'm gonna cut. It's actually possible that with this deck, with the amount of card draw I have, I don't need the Ceremonial Knife. I mean, 3 card draw spells basically means that I won't be easily running out of stuff to do. I can want to play my land drops still, and Ballista Watchers are also, I mean, cards that don't mind if I have even 9 lands on the battlefield. That gives me 3 pings per turn. So I think I'm going to cut Ceremonial Knife from this deck. And then still 2 more cards. I can't cut my 2-drops just to have a curve. The Lantern Bearer is also, I mean, it's a 1-drop, but it's also not a 1-drop that can trade with a lot of stuff easily. And like I said, I have ways to win in the late game, so maybe I don't need to make anyone to fly here. If I cut that, it's only 1 more cut left. And it probably is the Stitched Assistant. I have still 3 creatures on. Now, especially now that I did cut the Lantern Bearer, which would be like a slight synergy with the Assistant. I think I'm gonna lose that, and now I have 3 creatures at 3 mana slot, and then I can play this Chill of the Graves too. So I think this is the deck. This is the deck, and how many okay, 10 blue cards, 13 red, it's easily there. You know, 8-8 and dual land mana base is gonna be pretty good here. So this is the main deck. Of course, I will have opportunities to sideboard into something else, but this I think is a good choice for the main deck. Okay, well, nice hand. Nice hand here. Opponent kept 7. That's gonna enter untapped when it's my third or later land drop. Okay, it seems they have the 1 mana. I deal 2. It can kill the belligerent quest, so I think I'm gonna play the Fearful Villager here. Okay, mana from Hellkite. Yeah, I'll play the... Oh, it seems like they have the kill spell on this thing, so I'm not gonna give them the easy kill there. I'm not gonna attack, I will block the 3-1 if they choose to attack. I mean, obviously they're gonna make it into a 4-3 most likely. I mean, it's not easy that, I mean, if they exile like a 4-drop, they can't make it, because this only transforms when they play the exiled card. So this is actually better later in the game. And they have a 2-drop, so now they do have the opportunity. But that was them getting a bit lucky, because if it was a 4-mana or more expensive card, or something like very reactive, like a pump spell, it wouldn't be that nice then. But now I have a good blocker on the 2-1, and of course I have the Hellkite, but they can start clocking me with their 4-3. But hey, I have a big flyer, so... Now I know I could attack with this. Problem is, if they deal with the mana from Hellkite, I'd rather be able to block the 2-1 with the 1-3 here. So I only miss 1 damage here. And if they can't deal with the Hellkite, I'm in a good spot anyway. That's the kind of reasoning here. And I do understand they have the... Most likely they have the... You know, the... Deal 2 damage for 1 mana spell. And that means that they can attack with this first striker. I block with the Hellkite. They kill this with the... You know, they deal 2 damage and then this dies to the 2 mana first strike after that. So I'd rather trade the Flame Breather for that thing, and then I can even use the... I have another Flame Breather, a Belligerent quest. Actually, my next draw would be ideally a land. I would be 1 land away from the Pious Spawn, and I can double spell with the Flame Breather and the quest here. So I could double block here, but I would still lose the Hellkite, and I don't want to do that. I don't have any non-creatures for this thing right now. Okay, it's a Piercing Light. So, alright, Piercing Light is... that wasn't what they had up on the turn 1 when they had priority stop. I mean, they had only a mountain and I played a 1 creature here, so... I think they still will have it. Let's see if they have the Fierce Retribution. Well, okay, they haven't, no... Okay, well, Thirst for Discovery can give me an instant blocker, right? Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, XX Red Dragon Illusion. Yeah, so I can use it also as a blocker. But do I want to? I could attack for 7, I could attack for 9 now. They would go to 7. I would be facing here 8 damage myself, but then they would be... And I kind of want to hit a land drop here. I could even play the Flame Breather then. Yeah, I don't need to be defensive here. I'll do this right now. Let's use the Hellkite aggressively. Okay, this is actually quite nice. I can exactly discard one mountain here and play my 2-drop here. And deal for a bunch of damage here. And then the Inspired Idea, of course, is going to be lethal with the Hellkite, so they need an actual answer for this right now. Or some flyer, perhaps. And now I can block the 2-1 again. Don't care if they have a trick to... or the burn spell to deal with this. I'm taking here 6 damage only. Or maybe if they do kill the Flame Breather, it's only 8 and I am at 16, so... Seems like my bomb rare is doing some work, I mean more work than just a 4/4 flyer, because of the just got to deal 3 free damage, and we'll be able to do that on the next turn too. But they do have 4 cards in their hand. Funnily, if pacifism doesn't work here, upgrade doesn't, I mean it does work, but I still get the triggers from this thing, and they, yeah, didn't have anything to deal with that stuff. Alright, so red and white. I don't need the flying blockers, I need ground blockers for these guys. So the, where is it? Vanderlight Spirit is not needed here. I could be interested in taking a Fear of Death here. That seems like something I might want to use on the 2/1s or the 2/3s or the, yeah, I feel like I want to play another Fear of Death here. But how about other stuff? Actually, a Cruel Witness won't be as good as a 4-drop capable of blocking here. I think I'm gonna actually play the Weary Prisoner. It's a good blocker on all the stuff I saw there. So that's gonna be a change too. I still like the one of Scarp here. Maybe it can draw me a card at some point. I like the Pious Bone. I mean, I have only 2 cards that cost more than 4 mana. And then I will need to still make a card. It could be... The Rejection has some... They play red, and I already saw 1 Werewolf, so this can be also a 2 mana spell at some point. I think one of the Chill of the Graves is what I'm gonna cut, you know, for the Fear of Death. So I changed the Chill of the Grave into a Fear of Death, and then the where it is, Cruel Witness, I changed it into a 2/6 that's better at blocking. Okay, again, oh, nice hand. I can deploy a 2-drop again, have some card draw, which are not the best things to do on turn 3, but it's still okay. I can play a Thirst for Discovery. Because of these extra lands, I can easily ditch a land there, I would assume. Okay, now let's see if they have the 1 mana removal spell. Flame Blessed Bolt, so that was what most likely was in their hand in the previous game too. So they have a Villager, and I have an option to... I mean, I could make it, you know, irrelevant now, but I think it's better for mana to just use the Thirst for Discovery here. I might have to discard the island if I really don't draw any lands. That would be bad because of... Well, I suppose I'm gonna just discard the Mirror Hall Mimic in that case, and something else if I don't hit any lands. I definitely do this now. I don't want it to become a knight and make this into a 4/3. So let's just do this now, and then hopefully next turn I can play the Weary Prisoner. So with these, I think it's worth just discarding the mountain because I can play the 4 mana spell on the next turn. They have that thing too, really decent one, but I can block the 4/3. And this is entering as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, so this is one of the clone variants that also copies opponents. Okay, well that's worth considering. I can trade with the Ballista Watcher here. And then I can at some point use the Mimicry here. I mean, this is only, I mean, I can't block the Menace guy. I can block this thing, but do I want to trade with this? They might have an upgrade or something. That's what I'm kind of worried about. No, I don't have a creature there because they exiled my previous one. Thinking about if this dies, I can play this and draw cards. So it's either the Mimic or the... Okay. I'm actually playing this now. I'm not sure if that makes But I want to see if they have... I mean, I don't mind if this gets lost to some, if they use a card to deal with the weary prisoner. It's fine. They can also choose to, you know, not play anything to transform this guy, but then I guess I can make my own 5/5. Okay, they have also the... So again, in this game, they also had both of those things. But that's what it is. So I can use the Fear of Death, of course. Traveling Minister. Okay, now that means I'm gonna copy this thing, because I can now, of course, kill the Minister. So, how to do this turn? I can double spell, but it's not that amazing. The Flame Breather and the Fear of Death. I could neutralize this Ballista Watcher. Well, maybe I do like that. Then I copy it. Then my next turn. No, the thing is that if I now play... Well, I can play the Scarp and not draw a card. It's a possibility, but it's not really that great. They can also make this a 5-power attacker, so this can't even block it profitably, so that's not gonna happen. Let's just neutralize the Ballista Watcher for now. It will still be a threat when it's, you know, knighted. It's gonna be a... you know, it has the ping ability, but so will I. Now I have 2 creatures for the Skywap Scarp. Marco Vulture. Okay, well, I have a blocker for that thing too, but they can attack for 5 here still. That's a pretty good one, but of course now I can... Well, I will see what I draw first. Oh, it's gonna be 6 damage, of course, not 5. So I might need... Oh, well, there is that too. So this says where exists the amount of mana spent, so if I cleave this, it's gonna be a 5/5. Alright, just something I wanted to check out there. Okay, so... I think I need the Skywap Scarp rather than the Ballista Watcher here right now. Okay, got my own Watcher. Now if it becomes Knight, I will... Oh, by the way, that made this into a 1-power guy, because I just exiled 2 cards from my graveyard. It's no longer -1. But now I have blocks here, so unless the opponent has more, you know, interaction, they don't have good attacks. They might just go for the, you know, make it Knight and they can start pinging, in which case I will play my own Mirrorhole Mimic here. I can block the Vulture if it attacks alone. If the Fearful Villager attacks, I can double block the Villager at least. They have 2 pings though. But 2 pings isn't enough. Oh, but oh no, this can... of course this can. This has the... Yeah, well, I need my mana from Hellkite. I mean... Opponent is pressuring me... Oh, they did not attack with this thing. Oh, but oh, of course, now I understand. They didn't have 2 pings yet on their own turn. They had only 1 ping on their own turn. Yeah, that's right. This can also make things unable to block, by the way. So I am in trouble here. I can double spell, which I need to do actually. With the Inspired Idea, it's gonna hurt me though. I mean, hand size of 4 after drawing 3 cards is gonna be... well, I guess I need to discard 2 cards. Maybe I can live with that. And I can even discard the Mirrorhole Mimic, because I want to rather have this in my graveyard. So, double spell it is. Yeah, let's just do it. Oh, I'm gonna draw 3 and max my man size will be... Well, I only discard 2 cards. I can live with that. Lunar Rejection will be good too. This will disappear, so I need to do this now, and then this Wielder will be back to day mode. They can ping me for 2 though, but at least they won't be able to. Oh, did I make some kind of? Yeah, I didn't even. I only discard 1 card here. I didn't count that, of course, when I cast the Inspired Idea. That will also be, you know, 1 card I don't. 1 card I don't. I mean, that won't be in my hand anymore. So if I discard the Mimic, I can make it back to. You know, the next turn I can play this for 5 mana and then this for 2 mana, or even the Lunar Rejection here. Although this will be pinged by the Ballista Wielder. Because I think I need to keep double spelling here. I need to keep double spelling for sure. Well, I guess if they use mana to kill this, that's kind of fine. Although I can just use the Lunar Rejection, I can bounce this. So yeah, okay, let's lose the... No, let's still lose the... I think it's more important to start getting copies out of this thing. Or maybe I just want to mimic it into a Hellkite. Oh, that's actually a tough choice. Maybe it is the better play. Oh, I'm gonna... No, I want to have this non-creature spell here available. That's the thing. So this is gonna give me another 5/5 actually, assuming the Hellkite survives. Yeah, this is not easy. Definitely not easy when they had both these, you know, allowing them to pressure me quite a bit, and then the Ballista Watcher, of course, is good as always. Now it's possible they will play a spell here, then it won't become Knight. But if they can deal with the Hellkite, I can still have the Mimic. I can enchant any creature. At the beginning of my upkeep, I create a token copy of that. Yeah, so I can even choose their creatures if I really want to. They gain life. Yeah, I have no timeouts. I have had too much time. I've used my time to think my options here. So let's see what's gonna happen here. They won't attack, so they will go for the Knight mode again. Which means my Ballista Watcher will also be a 5/5. So who am I going to copy? That's the thing. Now that I drew a land, I can also play a Belligerent Quest or the Lunar Rejection. Now, of course, it would be nice to copy the mana from Hellkite. Can they have a way to deal with their own Ballista Wielder? Don't think. So, Enchant Creature, yeah, I will get copies in my upkeep. The Hellkite would be nice, but if they can answer it before my upkeep, that's not so great. So, I'm going to actually do this. And do I want to reject this thing right away? Oh, I lost my... Oh. Wait a minute, do I have a... Oh man. Do I have a... Yes, I'm gonna do this. I kind of forgot this. Or do I play the quest? Oh, I don't... Sorry, I lost my timeout. I just realized that. I'm gonna actually play the Belligerent Quest instead now. I wanna use the Lunar Rejection on when I get the value. I could have gotten a 2. Well, I don't know. A 2/2 flyer wouldn't have done anything when they have the Mako Vulture there. So Okay, they can kill that, which is... I guess I don't go to 6 now. And it's day again, but now I will start making my own Ballista Watchers here. That's the thing here. But yeah, man, I have no timeouts. I need to be faster now with my turns. This is really... I mean, the decisions have been not easy for me, at least, but I need to pay attention that I don't have that much time. So it's just I wanted to, of course, I needed to make it a day, because if this is during night, this can make my creatures unable to block, and I would just lose. So I have to make it so that whenever it's their turn, it is going to be a day on their turn. But they conceded. I don't think they. Well, I start getting my own Ballista Watchers. Well, I mean, well, they conceded. Now I go to the next match. Well, if I had another land here and these 2 drops, I would keep it probably, but not gonna keep a 1 lander, keep 6 here. Well, I think it's gonna be the Cruel Witness. I wanna have my 2 drop, and if I need to, if I don't draw any other 3 mana play, I can play the Thirst for discovery on turn 3 at least. Trainee. I need mountains for this thing, but I guess I get to dig quite deep here with the Thirst now. Another red-white. Okay, well, they can train this guy unless I draw something, which I don't. So, can't attack. So they can attack for 4 here. Well, not great. That's what you get for missing land drops. Sorry, not land drops, but plays. This is not the kind of play you usually want to do on turn 3, because you want to play something that plays to the board. Waiting invitation. Alright. So the 2-1 isn't gonna do much. They're gonna start gaining life here too, so that's really... I mean, I'm in trouble here, that's for sure. But they did use 2 mana for this thing, so they can't play like a big 4-drop now. That at least is something. Maybe they played around a counterspell. Okay, there's the mountain. And now the question is... Oh, there's a Mimic here too. Am I gonna go for it? Hellkite with Mimic. Double Hellkites would be quite good. Because the thing is, I could just play the Ballista Watcher here, because if they have removal, they will deal with the Hellkite. I would rather them deal with this, but they could have also something like an upgrade, I guess. Let's first attack, see what happens. And I think I'm gonna go for the Hellkite. This doesn't die to an upgrade, and let's see if they are gonna attack into it. Because if they're gonna attack into it, that means they have something, and I'll just take 4 damage in that case. Nurturing Presence, okay. It's still only a 3/4. Do they play another creature? Okay, they attack into it. And they get to also train this thing. So this means they're gonna have something. They're not gonna sacrifice these guys. So I'll just take 6 here. And then I need to, of course, well, how do I do it? I'm gonna play the Mimic or the Watcher here, but probably I'm gonna block with the Mimic this time. The 2/1 doesn't really do much here. So let's have a Hellkite number 2, and then I think, I mean, do I want to jump block with this thing? I might want to jump block with it. Because they have this unblockable thing here. Okay, I'm gonna leave these guys to block here. Let's see what happens. They have a burn spell of some kind. I don't mind losing this mana from Hellkite, of course, but because it goes to graveyard and I can use it as an aura. But I wanna see what happens now. They're just gonna go full attacks with everything. So a couple of options in here. I think I'll do like this and this. Probably still. Yeah, well, let's see what happens. They have to deal with this stuff somehow. I still have the Ballista Watcher, which is a good one to put the aura on. Okay, Piercing Light in there. That is fine. That was the one that is the Mimic. Okay. And then the Trainee is going to be... I mean, it will put its counters on the flyer, but they just had it. But that's still they are still gonna lose this. But I lost both of those. But they have a 3/3 flyer now. I can draw a bounce spell, and well, that's pretty much all I can do here actually. So Reckless Impulse to dig into a bounce spell, and then play the Ballista Watcher after that. If I don't, that's the idea. I have 2 bounce spells in the main deck. That also works, so this is all very good. So play a land, play a Rich Wolf, play Fear of Death, which makes that completely irrelevant. Alright, so, and I still have the Watcher and the Mirror Hole Mimic here, so everything is quite fine now. They have only 1 card I don't know about, and this Lifelink Aura is maybe not the most threatening, but they can have an unblockable attack with some big thing. So hopefully they don't get anything too big. Alright, Officiant can start getting counters, but it's awkwardly they have only 1 Plains there. Alright, so now with 7... I of course want to use the Mimic at some point, but maybe it's going to be a Watcher and the Fearful Villager. Yeah. Let's do that. They have the, I mean, they have this. They could have blocked the Petal Celebrant because the flyer has 3 toughness. I didn't even realize it myself. I could have left this as a blocker, but they took 2 damage for no reason. I was even tapped out. Good for me. Okay, Marco Vulture. That's something I need to start copying. Yeah, I mean I'm gonna make copies of that thing because I need to block it. That's how it goes. Yeah, because they can also make it unblockable once. So attacks with everything, I guess. Yeah, the Mimic goes on the Vulture. That just has to happen. I will play the land here, because even though I have a thirst for this... No, I don't even have it anymore. But at 9 lands, I can actually use this 3 times to kill the Marco Vulture. Quite funny. So... I think I'll just attack with everyone. I'll attack with the Celebrant too, because they might jump block with the O3 or -4/3. So it makes more sense now to attack also with the Celebrant in case they choose to jump block, so I can at least okay, that's what they chose to do. So I was able to deal there some extra damage now, and then I will play the land. this and I copied the Markov Vulture. It also has haste, so it's pretty good value actually. So I might I even win? I have a blocker on the Officiant here, so even if they make it into a 2-3, I can and give it +1/+0, I can still trade with the Rich Wolf here. But they can make the Officiant unblockable, and then they can make it. Yeah, they can attack here actually for what 5, but then they will, if they use their turn for that, they will lose to my counter attack because I have a non-trivial amount of damage coming up here. It's like I mean, with the hasty this thing, it's gonna be a lot of damage I'm gonna offer here now. So let's see if they're gonna go for it, because if they now use their, even if they gain 3 life, I will deal more than 14 on them on my swing back. That's how it goes. So let's see if they choose, because this is, I mean, this is 6 damage. Oh, it's 7. No, am I? No, sorry. It's no, it's fine. It's fine. I missed the fact that they of course already used the trigger here, so it's all fine. So now I can just whatever play the land and 6. Yeah, this is enough. Doesn't matter really. It's haste and all that. Oh, but this has vigilance. Damn it. Did I accidentally make the correct choices there? Because I get 3 pings also on the next turn. They will be at 16, they block one of my guys. Yeah, they have to lose the Officiant here, and then I can have 3 pings. Let's stop there on the upkeep here. I really forgot again that this has vigilance. So now they can trade with a Rich Wolf. I guess I made the correct, you know, the targeting with this thing, because making this into a 3-1 is relevant. And they go back to 2, but in their upkeep I will do this. Yeah, okay, that was closer than I thought, because I forgot that darn vigilance. If I didn't make this into a 3-1 first striker, I don't know what would have happened. Maybe I still would have won, because if they block these, they still be at... Yeah, I mean, it would have still been a lethal attack because of the pings here. But that was very close. Another red-white. Piercing Light, Abrade. All this stuff here. Just let's not forget it has vigilance. Again, I think I need against that deck. Although, maybe not. I was thinking about cutting the Cruel Witness for the 2-6, but now that they have a Markov Vulture, and even the Nurturing Presence giving them a flying token, I want to have the flying blocker. But I don't think I want to have these 2-3s, because the Markov Vulture it can just attack into it. But I think Fear of Death is again going to the deck, and Chill of the Grave, not so much. Maybe another Fear of Death. No, I think this might be fine now. But I kind of am interested in having even one more of these. But maybe like the Pious Bone won't be that good. But it is quite good. The Death Trigger kills anything from their deck. Might want to have one of the 6 drops in here. Okay, let's try with this. I mean, I could also lose the final Chill of the Grave and just... But no, I want to have one of these things. It can be very good when I'm racing with the Mana from Hellkite or something like that. This can be really good to lock down one of the creatures. Alright, this is the deck. Yep, this is fine. I can draw a 3rd land, or if I don't, I can just use the Reckless Impulse to dig into it. But now I have a nice 2-drop, 3-drop start in here. Gain a trainee here, but this time I can play a Belligerent Quest too. I mean, at least. Well, They can still put a counter on someone else, but... Okay, Fearful Villager. I mean, I could just use the Chill of the Grave here to buy some time, but I'm not sure if that makes a lot of sense. I can double block the Fearful Villager. There is the problem if they have a trick, I will get a 2-for-1 here. Because if they deal with something here... Okay, they play that thing pre-combat. Okay, they go for the attack. So the safe block here is to just, you know, do this thing here. Double blocking here with... Yeah, I mean, I do this now. Let them have their counter. Or trick, whichever it is. Now this will be a 3-4 or a 5-4 when it's night. But I can find my bounce spell, I can find a Fear of the blue aura, something like that. Here it's going to be... it could be a Reckless Impulse. This is my only 5 mana card, I have one 6 mana card, so if I do exile with the Pious Bone, that'll be wasted. All the rest of the stuff I can play, but I actually like the idea of the Chill of the Grave here now. Currently. I do like it. And then I can play the... Oh, but there's one problem with that. I don't want it to become a knight. Okay, fine. Fine then, let's do this. I'm taking some amount of damage next. Well, it's gonna be a 4 only. I can live with that. Okay, land, and next turn will be a Cruel Witness. Or I lose this. Well, I can't use... I would need 6 mana to... No, this is not even a zombie. But anyway, at 5 mana I couldn't. Okay, now I just need a pound spell. That's all I need now. I haven't really played with the Nurturing Presence myself. It seems like it's just too risky against any kind of interaction. Oh well, there it is. There it is. But if I want to play the Cruel Witness, I have to do it on this turn. And I can block the 1-1 here. I think I'll just have to accept that this Menace guy is going to deal more damage to me. They are also missing land drops there. Which means they have 4 spells in their hand, and that's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. But next turn I can use the Retrieval. This is of course a 2 mana spell when I target the opponent's stuff. But I will take here at least 4, maybe 5. If they have a creature, it will be 5 damage. This has Menace, so they can pump it. I have 1 creature in the graveyard, so when the Witness dies, I can draw a card from this thing. Alright, so they're gonna go for the Anger, so they can... I think I'm going to block with the Witness. That means they're gonna use a Traveling Minister on the token instead. I will prevent 3 damage and get the Witness on my graveyard this way. I got rid of their 3-1 and I will have another flyer coming up. Did they draw land? Not. Okay, they did not, which is not, again, not a too great of a thing here. This is a zombie, but if I play this, I still can't play the Chill of the Grave. So I think I need to... I guess I'll just need to accept the fact that I'm taking a lot of damage from the Fearful Villager here, because... I could play just a Chill here now. Again, I don't want it to become a knight. So... even though I would be able to double spell rather easily after that. But let's just play this guy up Scarp, right? I have 2 creatures I can exile. This has Menace, which is problematic, but I will take 4 or 5 damage from it. Not great, but... it's not great, but... I mean, I guess I could have double blocked, but no, even a double block is bad here. Because this becomes a 4-5 when they play a creature. And then they can make it into a 5-5 and I can't even trade with it. They can eat my Skywap Scarp. So I have all this interaction, but I'm kind of lacking 1 mana all the time. Do they have a creature here? They don't have a creature. Okay, so I take 4 now, unless they have a pump spell of some kind. Nope. So that means they have no creature, because they would have played it pre-combat with the nurturing. Okay. Wow. I just got 1 damage spared. Alright. Now obviously this stuff here I'm facing here, I mean all these lands is horrible. I mean, that's too much flooding out. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have only 7 lands left and 16 spells. So, and they have a very good 3-drop here too. So I'm gonna make it into a knight because the Fearful Villager will, you know, be bounced anyway. And I also have werewolves myself. So, I mean, I get a Ballista Watcher, it's gonna be active right away. I can ping the Minister and all that. So let's just pass the turn for now. I get a card from this thing anyway. When you attack with exactly 2 creatures. So I let that life gain happen, and then I bounce the werewolf before they get to attack. And I'm not gonna use the Chill of the Grave yet, because I just need to use it to interact with the opponent. Now they replay the werewolf. And I just need to draw something. Well, that's not the greatest, but it's something. Now I could double spell, but I'm just gonna use the Chill on their turn. I guess I could attack now with the Skywap Scarp. They're just gaining all the life here. I'm not sure if it matters too much. It's too risky if they deal with the Rich Wolf. I don't have a good block on this thing. So let's just wait and try to draw something. No, maybe a bit impactful cards. I have a lot of good draws. For example, the card draw spells, which I still have 2 of them left in the deck. The uncommon and the rare. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. And it is night, so I get to kill the Minister right away. Now there's an inspired idea too. So I think I don't want to play it even. I want it to be night. Continue being night here. And I will ping the Minister right away. And then I can attack. Probably with the Rich Wolf. They can attack with both of these though, but I do need to deal some damage at some point. Although with the Ballista Wielder I'm in a very good shape. I'm gonna actually play it now safe and not attack with the Rich Wolf, even though I kinda could. But they can deal with the Ballista Wielder here, for instance. I will be able to ping 3 times with it. That is also something. And I can make all of their creatures unable to block. Okay, now they will transform the Suitor. They get 2 mana and they did have a mountain, so they have 2 pump effects in here now. So I will of course be blocking here with a bunch of guys. So this doesn't give trample, but this will be effectively this will be a 4-3. If they so choose. And this will be a 5 power trampler, which means I'm gonna use a bunch of blocks there. So I think I'm gonna do it like this and like this. I might lose the Ballista Wielder, but I mean they're gonna have something that deals with it anyway. And I have the inspired idea for the refill here, so I'm not that worried. I want to just them to lose their stuff there. And I can throw away the island for the, I have the blood token here, so I can do this. And they still need to, of course, do something for the kindly ancestor and ballista wielder situation here. But they can have like a +2/+2, even a +2/+2 and indestructible and pump this once. I kind of hope it's just something like a burn spell, so they will still lose the kindly ancestor. That's what I'm hoping to happen. Lantern flare, okay, that's acceptable. And then they're still losing both of their guys. Yeah, they did lose, but I did lose those. But this is fine with the refills I have available. If they want a double spell, it becomes a day, and this is not such a big threat. And in that case, but anyway, okay, they have a Heron of Hope. I will have the inspired idea here to maybe find my Hellkite or something. Okay, Fear of Death is good. So I have no need to play this for 5. I will not go to over 4 cards in my hand in this game anymore. So I can just do it like this. Okay, yeah, I did have 2 of these guys. Now, just a Fear of Death on. This thing has, yeah, I'm gonna play the Fear of Death. By the way, I can get decked here, but I'm still gonna mill myself for 2 here. This gains them life, but this, if they deal with one of these, this can connect. It's harder to deal with the 2/5 than with the 4/3, so I'm gonna do it like this. It's gonna get minus how many? Okay, 2 lands got milled. That is a good one. So I'm still not. I mean, I guess I need my Mirrorhole Mimic or Hellkite to push through, but opponent has, all these spells and I have all these lands, so that's how it goes sometimes. Now this is very good use for my mana, of course, so I can actually kill the Heron of Hope too. I'm currently at 10 lands. If I play this, I'm almost at quadruple activations of this. I do have the 1 card draw spell still left, but I'm not even sure if I want to use it. Sanctify on there, okay. Well, that's a Sanctify on there. Don't think it matters too much. Oh, they still have, they just keep having things here. This is really. I'm gonna lose my Ballista Watcher here, and I don't want to do that, but. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I can't lose the Watcher because this is allowing me to deal with this stuff. The rejection is gonna be good too. So I can activate this now with the 11. I can activate this 3 times and then use the rejection. So not gonna use the Fear of Death because this can be, bounced with 2 mana. Okay. This will get drained anyway, there's nothing much I can do about that. I can kill only one of these by pinging, so I'll let them attack. Let them attack first and see. I mean, they're gonna attack with all and they can have some kind of a pump spell or whatnot. So what I have to do is well, this can block the 2/4/2, and then this can block the trainee. No, this can also, and this can kill. Well, maybe it's time to use the pings here. I wanna kill this guy if I can. Let's see if they have a pump spell there. I hope they have like an upgrade and not a pump spell, because if they have a pump spell, I won't be. Let's see, they're gonna tap the correct mana. I wanna make sure I will have mana for the rejection here still. Don't be a pump spell. Okay, that wasn't a pump spell. Now this I like. This I like now. So what I can do is go to blocks, eat that, and then they should pass now because they're about to deal lethal. So there's no point for them to do anything then pass now priority. I mean, if they pass and I pass, they will win. So okay, they have a piercing light. We'll let them scry first. Now they chose to use it for no reason here at this point. Scry the bottom, and then wolf or werewolf goes to hand. And these counters won't be. Okay, so that is now. Now they can have hastes and all that, but I have to start attacking here for, you know, I need to. I mean, they can have a Marco Vulture. That's a problem, but I won't die to that thing alone. I can then fear of death it. Okay, they kill that. Makes sense. Alright. They did gain a bunch of life there. I have 9 cards left in the deck. I still have my dragon there. I can fear of death that thing. There, yeah, that's annoying. Okay, well, I guess I need to do this. I'm gonna lose otherwise, so let's draw some cards. Draw some cards in here then. Oh, and the Mirror Hole Mimic was also a thing, so it's gonna be a Pious Spawn, right? Can I play all this here? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So 5 cards left in the deck. The dragon is still there somewhere. I wonder if I should attack with the Flame Breather first. Sorry, not the flame, the Pious Spawn, I mean, because they could double block it. But if they double block it, that's very good for me. I need to attack here. I'm gonna fear of death the villager anyway, so I want them to take 6 here. They can also block with this and this card to save it, but I mean, point is this won't be dying in this combat. I can copy with the Mimic. I just don't want to give them the information about my second Pious Spawn here. Let's play this thing. I don't have none. Well, I have one non-creature here actually. So this should be the, yeah, it's gonna be the Pious Spawn for sure. I mill twice, I know, but I have 3 cards left in the deck. I'm gonna win or lose before I'm gonna deck out. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, the dragon is still there. Funny. So a Marco Vulture won't be that good. They can make this lifelinker, but I have now a bunch of power here, so. And well, I have good blockers in here. Okay, that has not trample. Well, they can make it into a first striker too. Oh, if they can find the thing that makes a creature unblockable for a turn, that's a win. they have it already? No. That's a card in their deck. The artifact, 2-mana artifact, makes a creature unblockable, and if it's a vampire, it gains lifelink. But I guess they would have played it already if they had it. So now I can, of course, block that thing with both. Okay, now it has a lifelink, so that gives them the opportunity. So they will keep it first strike for sure. So now what I have to do here is just see if I have a lethal. I have to block it with at least the Flame Breather. They will go to 14. I would have 14, but they have a jump blocker, so no, that doesn't work. I want this to... I think I want the Pious Spawn to die, because it's the Mirror Hole Mimic. Now it won't be trampling anything over. And then I kill the jump blocker that they have. And then see where it goes from there. They won't have more than 1 mana left after this. Now they can save it. Yeah, I think it's more beneficial to make them lose. This I could target the Fleeting Spirit, but it's gonna die to this this non-first strike damage anyway. So if they want to save it, they have to discard this card, no matter what. So I'm gonna get rid of the jump blocker here. Then I can mimic my Pious Spawn again. Okay, they traded there. Well, that's good. That's definitely good. So I have now 2 cards left in the deck. I'm going to mimic this thing. And is there a ground guy with haste? They could have another one, like a Daybreak Combatant. So I think I should... They can also have a Mark of Walter, but that's not lethal. So this makes them go to 5. And then I have 2... Well, I have this... I mean, if they're at 4, is that like a relevant thing? I don't wanna risk if they just have a, if they have another haste, a ground guy haster. The Daybreak Combatants would win them the game. Okay. What a match! What a grindy match! Took almost my, and there was still the dragon in the top. Bottom 2 cards in the deck. Unless I milled it. Did I mill it? I mean, it's possible I milled it with one of the Fear of Deaths. Well, anyway, that's it. Opponent mulligans, I will keep it no 2-drop creature, but I can, if I want to, bounce their kept 6, so I can, oh well, there it is. But even if I didn't draw this Witch Wolf, I could just bounce to buy some tempo. Now that they have, well, it's fine, we can start trading damage here. I'll play the quest, and because of course I can't block the 2/4. Because that would only be a jump block, and then they have a Cemetery Prowler, which is annoying. 3 mana, 3/4, not what I want to see here. Definitely not what I want to see here. Well, that's what I'm seeing here anyway. I'm not gonna trade the Sporeback Wolf on the Belligerent quest, I don't think. There's nothing for this thing to exile yet, unless they... Okay, they don't want me to double block that guy. Well, I'm gonna say no blocks, and I will use the bounce or the chill here, most likely. Well, what the heck. Won't be easy to connect here now, apparently. So, well, not gonna attack with anything, and I'll leave the retrieval up here. I'm not prepared for double blocks because they are not now. And I can even block the 2/4 now. They can grow this thing, but I can bounce it at some point, and I guess I'm gonna play the Inspired Idea at some point too. Okay, they have a 3-3. Well, I mean, their creatures are just bigger than mine, but that's mostly because of this 4 toughness stuff. There's no point using the bounce spell for no... I mean, I'm in no position to out-tempo them in any way, so I'm going to just draw 3 here with the... Not with the... I mean, I'm not gonna make it myself to discard 2 cards, so I'm gonna use 5. Cleave option here, ping them once and see what I draw here. And they are stuck at 3, but I guess they're running out of their cards at some point. I can also double block, but that would be risky. I'll just use the question here. It's fine. Runebound Wolf. Well, my deck doesn't have any kill spells, so that will be a problem in the end. I also didn't draw any of my high impact cards. The Dragon, Mimic. There's just nothing I can do here. I mean, I have just nonsense in here. They didn't even draw my further card draw spells. My top 16 cards in the deck have been really, really low impact. Well, I guess that means I will have higher impact cards coming up. But now there's just no point doing anything here. I'll just simply pass this. The Fear of Death won't do anything here. That makes sense. I might have to just use the Chill to draw a card. Ping them for 2. I guess if the Flame Breathers survive, I eventually will be... Okay, I'm gonna bounce them. I would eventually be able to... I mean, pinged... I mean, all my non-creature spells will deal 2 damage to them. So... That's fun. That is a land. Do I care about it becoming night? I have a couple of decent draws myself if it becomes night, so maybe not. Yeah. Let it become night and probably use the chill here. Opponent playing a couple of 4 toughness creatures makes my attacks completely non-existent. Let's see if they're gonna attack with something. So probably it's time to just I need to draw some cards here. Let's use these to cantrip and ping them for 2. I need to find something reasonable here. Now that is a reasonable thing, although there's not that amazing things to copy right now. I mean, the best I can do is like my own Runebound Wolf, which I can use to start pinging for 2 here. But the Prowler doesn't really do much if I copy that. A 3-4 against the 1-4 and then the 3-4 they have. Not good. I need to wait until I can copy something relevant here. Do I use the Fear of Death? There's just no point using that one either. So... weird stuff. I have 10 lands now, so it's 7 and 14 left in the deck. Okay, well, there's a Rich Wolf. I'll keep 1 land in my hand for the, you know, the 1 card draw spell that wants me to discard a land. That's not doing it. I mean, I guess I could now have the Runebound Wolf copied because I have these Rich Wolves. I mean, I can deal 3 and... yeah, okay. And if they kill this, I mean, then... unless they can exile it. It's possible they have the 1 mana thing that exiles, but... this makes no sense that I drew another Rich Wolf. But hopefully they don't get to exile it, because then I can't use the Disturb version of the card. I'll take, what, 3 here? Okay, they didn't have the exiling spell there. Well, this will be interesting, to say the least. If they use just something like an upgrade on it, I'm gonna copy their Runebound Wolf. I mean, start making copies of it with the aura. I can also just draw something good. That's also possible. This will be -6, -0. So if they have like the 6 drop that gains life, I can neutralize that thing. Rich Wolf, sure. Quest, sure. I think I need to use the Fear of Death, because they can just start attacking with these guys now. Fear of Death on the Belligerent quest, I think. Okay, well there is that. Did I have here one creature? So I can mill a creature here with the Fear of Death, so let's do that first. I guess I could have given it to the Prowler too, but I chose the Trampler now. No creature there. So, with 8 mana I can either play the Scarp or use the Runebound Wolf. So I think I'm gonna use the Runebound Wolf instead. Should I use it right now to make them go to 3? Because I can just block with the Runebound Wolf. Yeah, I won't be using it now. I will be using it for block, so then I can, you know, block with it, and then it goes to my graveyard, and I can play it as an aura. But I want to use this for you know, 3 damage, and then I want to maybe draw a card from this. If they're gonna make an all-out attack, I will be making all kind of blocks here, for sure. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 wolves themselves, so they can use the 4 mana to keep dealing 4 damage to me. Okay. That was not good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 13 lands not in my deck, which means that my deck has 4 lands and 12 spells. Because I really did mill 2 lands with the Fear of Death in here. So I need to find now a bounce spell on things. I didn't play this because I want to be able to draw a card. But I'm losing now the pump spell of something. I'm almost dying now. They can do this thing. Okay, Pious Bone is... Well, I'm gonna of course play it, but it's not good enough. I need to deal with this thing somehow. I'm simply losing the Runebound Wolf because I just drew all these lands, and my high impact cards are somewhere. I mean, Pious Bone usually is a high impact card, but now I'm at 5. They will play a wolf and this, or just activate this twice, and then I'm dead. They will go to... I mean, I can still draw a card draw spell because they will go to 4 here. If I draw a card draw spell, I can, you know, finish them off with the Keswick Flame Breather. That's how it goes. So that is an actual very good out I have if I draw into another non-creature, which I can easily do. So it's not over, but I need to draw a special... I need to draw a non... I mean, I guess I just need to draw a card draw spell. I have 2 of them. Reckless Impulse and something else. Okay, they will leave 4 mana up, I'm sure about that. So, Moment of Truth. I could still win with the Flame Breathers here. Oh, I needed only... Sorry, I was wrong. I only, of course, needed... I mean, I can use this myself. So they are at now. So any non-creature. I'm a fool. I mean, any non-creature would have. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm not. I didn't draw it, but any non-creature would have been the win here. So now what I have to do here is, of course, just attack with enough guys that I will lose some of that stuff. These have trample. They will jump this runebound wolf. I will attack with one flame because no, I don't. No, it doesn't really work. If I use 5 mana on this, I won't be able to do this. And I could have 11, so I can. If I draw a 2 mana non-creature spell, so I think what I need to do here is something like this. I need the one flame breather to survive. I need the runebound wolf to survive. I need one of these things to die so I can get an additional draw from this thing now. They'll jump there, block the tramplers. Yeah, I mean they can. I'm not even losing a creature here. That is the actual problem here. I'm not losing a creature. Okay, good. I am losing a creature now. Which needed to happen. Alright, so what are the lands I'm gonna use for this? I will need the Skywap Scarp, but I have an island in here, so I guess this will still leave me. Alright, so what I need to have is a 2 mana non-creature spell on top of my deck. 2 mana non-creature spell on top of my deck. If I have that, I will win. Oh, well, of course I was losing the Rich Wolf here anyway, but yeah. That's not it. So one non-creature was enough there. So the Flame Breathers almost won the game. Oh, and the Ballista Watcher would have been also good enough, because this wasn't a wolf. If this was my draw for the turn. And I had to use the Runebound Wolf, of course, you know, before I lost my Rich Wolf, but I wouldn't have even had mana to play the Ballista Watcher and the Skywap Scope, and then still use this. That wouldn't have been possible. Alright, so... yeah, I think with a bit fewer lands, I would have been in a winning position there. So how about sideboarding then? The Screaming Swarm suddenly starts to seem interesting. Also the Fear of Death seems interesting. I will just use them instead of the Chill of the Graves. They were only cantripping in that game. It doesn't seem so great. Siphon Essence, maybe not that interesting now. I like the flyer here, which can, at least win the game. Maybe I'll play that, and maybe I don't play. The Cruel Witness is otherwise good, but problem is they do have these Apprentice Sharpshooters, and it's not really that great against their... I mean, it will only trade with their 3-drops, so I think I need to cut the Cruel Witness here. I like the Weird Prisoner, though. Good blocker and good attacker, so let's have it also. And then... I want to still have access to my 2-drops. I actually might want to have access to land and better too, but this is so many cards I need to... I guess the Skywap Scarp won't be that great. Yeah, I will cut that. I almost would want to play this thing, but I won't be having cards in exile that easily. Unless I guess I can also have a Reckless Impulse. But no, I am actually losing my time now, so I need to... I'm gonna play with this deck now, and then I will adjust if I get to the game 3 here. But yeah, I was losing almost all the time there. But yeah, the 6 mana 5/5, when you don't get to activate the unblockable part, it's not that great then. This is fine. Well, my blocker cannot actually deal with this guy now. Because they can just attack for 1, but it's only for 1. I can take 1 damage here. Well, I'm gonna use the Lunar Rejection here. I'm gonna block the Snarling Wolf and then they will at least lose some tempo here. They will get to replay it though, so it's not that great. But whatever. At least they don't deploy a big 3-drop here. Now I have a good 4-drop, so this is not so bad in the end. But ideally they would have had 2 mountains and 1 forest, so they couldn't deploy this thing back. But I guess I can survive here with the Ballista Watcher. Things are kind of good. Should I attack now? Because they can't attack into the Ballista Watcher with the Sporeback Wolf. But if they have like an upgrade, I'd rather be able to kill this, block this 2-2. But I guess I take only 3 damage if they have an upgrade. Well, they could have a land and an upgrade. And well, anyway, point is, I think I'll just attack for 1 here. Have the Ballista Watcher, because they couldn't attack with this thing. I wouldn't be blocking the Snarling Wolf because it threatens to be a 3-3, so there's no point blocking this guy. So the only punishment here is that if they have a removal spell on the Ballista Watcher, I traded 1 damage for 2 damage. Okay, so they have something, and of course, because I can kill the Snarling Wolf with this thing, I'm not gonna block. Now I know they have something. That also is sort of valuable. Well, I don't want it to become a knight now because they have this thing, their own. So let's just kill that guy and play Hunger Rich Wolf. And then I can block the Sporeback Wolf there. And I can even block the Ballista Watcher with a 3-2 unless they have an upgrade, of course. That all comes down to that. But I mean, if they have it all, then they have it all. I mean, if they have an upgrade on the Ballista Watcher or Wolf Striker or something like that, then I will just understand that I wasn't gonna win this. Okay, Sure Strike is not so bad. That is completely fine. And now what I can do is play the Screaming Swarm and start even, erasing the opponent. But I will leave this 1-3 to block that wolf there, but I don't think the milling will be target player. Well, they will milling. I mean, I could mill myself too, but don't think I want to do that. So this is a 4/4 flyer they need to deal with somehow. Yeah, trading the Sure Strike on the Rich Wolf was actually great. Great for me. I mean, this was the least impactful card I have here. Now I'm gonna use the Fear of Death to make their attacks not good. Another Ballista Watcher too. So, well, with this thing, I could use the Fear of Death on the Spore Crawler. I think I have to do it anyway, and then I can attack with these guys. They can jump block to draw a card. It's fine. Okay, I lost some good cards there, but I am erasing them now. because I don't think they can win me with the Ballista Watcher attack. They are facing this my own 2 Ballista Watchers and the Screaming Swarm. I can block the Sporeback Wolf. So if they attack with this, I won't be blocking. I don't think. Well, they could have like 2, which is a combination of more Sword Strikes and Witch's Webs to actually make it a +3, +6 in the end. So I don't know if they attack. I guess I kind of have to block. I mean, I'm gonna win with the Screaming Swarm anyway, not with the milling, but with the damage. So I think I might have to do it anyway. Okay, they don't attack anymore. So Fear of Death will be. So I can of course use these guys to, you know, ping them too, but also if I use the Fear of Death on the Ballista Watcher, and it will be 0 power effect, and then they can only trade with another Ballista Watcher here. They will be going to 8 here from the Flame Breather though. Does that mean anything? No Mimic there. So yeah. They can jump block 1, they must jump block 1, and then they will trade with the other one, and then they are still losing to the Screaming Swarm. And they have no good attacks themselves. Let's see what the deck has. Anything surprises for potential game 3. Nothing out of ordinary yet. Swarm is going to get the job done based. Looks like that. Okay. So did I learn anything? Sword Strike, good to know. That. Well, I do like my Fear of Death, so I'm gonna play all 3 of them. How about the Lantern Bearer? That is a thing, but I think it's maybe not impactful enough. Now they have a Ballista Watcher, which means I might not want to have the Celebrant. Yeah, 1 toughness creature is kind of bad against it, so I want to have something. I'm not gonna play another 6-drop though. That's not what's gonna happen. I could play the Alchemist Retrieval. It is number 2 because it is good against the, you know, tricks they might have. And I saw 1 Sure Strike. That of course could be the only one. But given my card draw, I can use, you know, these kind of bounce spells that make me lose a card but give me tempo. So I think I might want to have that. Or it could be a Chill of the Grave, of course. It could be another Cruel Witness, but don't think I want that. Ceremonial Knife. Now, they don't have a lot of flying blockers, but they have the Reach guy, which can block even these 3/3s, so that I don't like that. I don't feel like my flyers are that good. I'm thinking about the Chill of the Grave here, but probably the Retrieval is more fun. Maybe I'll get my Mana from Hellkite in this game and win with that. Alright, I think this is the final build for the final game of this event. Well, I don't like to be on the draw. We're missing again a turn 2 play, but they have a 1-drop they can use to ping me a couple of times. But you just, I mean, how can I mulligan this hand? It's just not a mulligan hand. The Reckless Impulse is useless on turn 2. Okay, I'm kind of happy they don't have a 2-drop, but it's of course a fine turn for them when I'm also missing my 2-drop. I'm gonna start this game with at what, 16 life now basically. Okay, well this makes my Fearful Villager the worst possible thing here now. I might actually do the following. I'm gonna block the Snarling Wolf and make them use 2 mana on it, and I will lose this thing for no reason, but I mean, I'm not gonna take all this damage. I'm gonna make them slow down a bit. Hopefully they don't have a 2-drop here. If they do have a 2-drop, that's just perfect for them. And they do. Okay, well this is the classic. Miss a 2-drop on the draw. And be facing this kind of stuff. And now this would have been much better as a 3 power. As a 3 power 3-drop. Well, I still have a chance, but they don't need a lot for this to be completely winning for them. Because I need this Watcher to survive. And it can only trade with the Stalker. So if they kill the Watcher here, I'm taking 6 damage. I'm down to 7 with no board. Facing all this stuff. So, not really great. There's no kill on for the Rune Bud Wolf either. I guess I hope they play something I can copy with the Mimic here. Well, I can copy that, but I'm not happy to see that. There is the bounce spell though. Yeah, but this is just what happens when opponent curves out and you don't. And my 3-drop was the worst kind. The Snarling Wolf on turn 1 has dealt an actual relevant amount of damage to me as well. Well, I'm gonna bounce that. Oh, they have a Sure Strike. Oh man. They wouldn't attack with this wolf probably otherwise. Okay, they were willing to throw it away for 4 damage, which also makes sense by the way. Now, let's... Can't do both the rejection and the retrieval. I kind of want to play the impulse too, but maybe this time I'm just gonna... Maybe I draw a land with this thing. Okay. So I can use the retrieval here now. Now I need some heavy hitters for my deck in order to win here. Don't want using my retrievals like this, but what can I do? The Snarling Wolf has been a pain in this game. It really has. But with the Mimic, I can start copying their stuff. I have a refill here available, but they can still play these, and the Runebound Wolves are gonna be annoying. So I have 6 mana. I can't. If I play these, that's all I can do. I could also, start doing the Flame Breathers here. But I think here it's gonna be the Reckless Impulse now. I need to draw something. Well, there is that. There is that. Funnily, I'm gonna do it on that thing, but... need to find something on the Runebound Wolf. They weren't my... Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose to this thing. Because they have more wolves than just this amount. 8 life is not enough. I have an Alchemist's Retrieval here. I have a Ballista Watcher number 2, which I can use to ping this thing twice, but it's gonna be hard. If I want to play the Screaming Swarm, I guess I can... Yeah, I mean, I have... If they didn't have the Runebound Wolf, I have all the time in the world. I mean, I have all the tools to win the late game. How about that? I mean, even with this, but I'm gonna go to 5 now, and then I'm gonna go to 2, and then I'm gonna lose. So I can, no matter what, I can only play 1 spell, unless I play like Thirst and then have mana for the... No, I'm gonna do it like this. The Runebound Wolf. That wins them the game. I stabilized here totally. This is a total stabilization of the game, but I'm gonna lose now to the Runebound Wolf, just like I lost the game 1 in this final match. I can draw, of course, an answer for this for one turn. I mean, they can even play a 4th wolf now, make me go to... Okay, that's not a wolf, but... I mean, it's funny how with these cards in my hand, I would just win in most cases, but now... I'm losing... I have to do something to this right now. I can't even do the Hellkite into this, which would be sweet otherwise, but... It just can't happen. I need to have a bounce spell on this. That's what you get for not having any removal in the deck. I mean, you lose to that kind of stuff. There is the... No, there wasn't a bounce spell. I thought this one was the second Alchemist's retrieval, but... Yeah, this doesn't... Yeah, they have 3 wolves. I go to 2 and then I go to -1. Attacking with this doesn't do anything, and milling myself won't do anything. So I have no lethal here. I can attack for 4 and then deal 2. If I had more mana, I could play this Inspired Idea and still have the bounce spell, but I don't have the 1 mana shock. If I did, that would be also great. Okay, this is not doing anything, because even if I draw the bounce spell, it would require 1 additional mana, and I did not. So yeah, Runebound Wolf. Oh boy. And if I just didn't flood out so much in the game 1 of this match, I would have just... I mean, I had to means to win there, but... that was... I mean, no aberrates, no nothing that removes opponent's creatures is of course pretty much of a drawback, and I didn't even need to kill any bomb rares there. It was just a random 2/2 uncommon that was too good there. Well, anyway, I got a mythic rare, I got 2 wins, so that's good, but I really thought I could have had a 3rd win there too, but the opponent had a too quick start in there and I missed my 2 drops. I know I did sideboard out this, but this just doesn't do anything against their early stuff they have. Doesn't do anything against the Snarling Wolf, or the 3/3 they have, or the Sporeback Wolf that attacks as a 2/4. This is not a good blocker against the red-green deck, and it definitely is not a good attacker because almost all their creatures have at least 3 toughness. So that was the reason I sideboarded this thing out. Yeah, that was it. And then I will just claim the prize, and next one probably will be a traditional draft. I think I will be playing more traditional drafts now because I had quite a run of premier drafts in the last week, thanks to me trying to rank up. So I will have a higher frequency of traditional drafts now, but I will have the occasional premier draft too, just to have some ranked matches too. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.